Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Todd and Julie Chrisley break silence about divorce rumors. Since Todd and Julie Chrisley received their presidential pardon, fans have been wondering what will happen next for the famous couple. Recently, the Chrisley Knows Best stars took to social media to discuss their relationship since their early release from prison. This comes out amid rumors of the two splitting up. Todd and Julie first married in 1996. Viewers have long followed Todd and Julie's marriage, starting with their USA Network series, Chrisley Knows Best, which originally ran from 2014 to 2023. Since then, fans have seen the two go through a lot. This includes their 2022 conviction and ensuing separation, as well as their recent pardon from President Donald Trump. Since then, the two have been subject to all sorts of rumors concerning their marriage. Recently, Todd and Julie appeared on their daughter Savannah's Unlocked podcast, where they weighed in on the story. During the conversation, after Savannah brought up such rumors, Julie made things clear. "Let me set the record straight. We are not getting divorced." In fact, since their pardon and early release from prison, the couple is trying to get back to their previous lives as much as possible. As Todd explained, "In my mind, I was never away from her, and I would tell her in the emails every day. I said, I'm with you every step you take and feel my love surrounding you at all times. When I went to bed at night, she was right there with me. When I woke up and I did my prayers, she was right there with me." Julie added, "I don't think there was anything in my mind that we were separate, or that we were ever going to be separated. It allowed us to come back together." Thanks to a presidential pardon from President Trump back in May, Todd and Julie had been released after only around 2 years behind bars. Prior to this, after their 2022 conviction, which included charges of bank fraud and tax evasion, Todd and Julie were sentenced to 12 to 7 years in prison. Todd also reflected on his first night having returned home. He shared, "The first night together, I was so grateful just to get in the bed with her. And I think you said it best. There was no awkwardness." Todd continued, "There was no 'what are we supposed to be doing' moment." Julie added, "We just fell back into our routine." While Todd and Julie want things to go back to normal as much as possible, fans already know of one big change for the family. As previously reported, Lifetime has announced that the family will be part of a new docuseries. At the time of the announcement, it was originally believed that they would not be part of the upcoming series. However, this has changed since their early release. Did you listen to Todd and Julie Chrisley on Savannah's podcast? Make sure you come back for all the latest reality TV and celebrity news. After months of silence and growing speculation, Todd and Julie Chrisley have finally broken their silence regarding the swirling divorce rumors that have captivated fans and critics alike. From prison walls to whispered secrets in entertainment circles, the speculation had reached a boiling point. But now, with emotions running high and the truth begging to be heard, the Chrisleys are speaking out, loud and clear. Their statement comes not as a tabloid press release or social media blurb, but through a heartfelt letter penned from behind bars, one from Todd in Florida and another from Julie in Kentucky. The couple, known for their flashy lifestyle, razor-sharp wit, and reality TV fame, are determined to set the record straight and remind the world that love doesn't always falter under fire. A marriage under scrutiny. Todd and Julie Chrisley skyrocketed to fame with Chrisley Knows Best, a reality show that gave viewers an inside look at their lavish Southern lifestyle, parenting quirks, and blended family drama. Their undeniable chemistry and comedic timing turned them into fan favorites. But after being convicted on federal charges of bank fraud and tax evasion, The couple was sentenced to a combined 19 years in prison in early 2023, a devastating blow that pulled the curtain on their picture-perfect life. Since entering prison, rumors have swirled like vultures over the couple's bond. Some claimed Todd had become withdrawn and distant, while others alleged Julie had been writing letters to a close friend about rethinking her future. Headlines screamed words like cracks, separation, and even divorce in motion. Fans feared the worst, that prison had not only stripped them of their freedom, but of their love. Todd's heartfelt message. In a handwritten letter smuggled to their daughter Savannah for release to the public, Todd Chrisley addressed the rumors with an emotional vulnerability few have seen from the charismatic patriarch. Let the record show, Todd began, that love doesn't crumble in darkness, it fortifies. He admitted that the past year had tested them in ways he never imagined. The loneliness, the guilt, the shame, the silence of long nights behind prison walls. But he emphasized that his love for Julie has remained the only constant in a life turned upside down. I have lost my home, my freedom, my privacy, but not my wife. Julie remains the beating heart of my soul. We may be in separate cells, but we are fighting the same battle. And no, we are not getting a divorce. Todd's message continued with praise for Julie's strength. Every letter I get from her, I read like it's scripture. She reminds me who I am when the world tries to make me forget. There will never be another Julie for me. Julie's poised response. Julie's own letter, shared via her son Chase on a podcast episode of Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley, echoed Todd's sentiments, but brought her own perspective as a woman, wife, and mother navigating incarceration. I won't pretend this hasn't been the hardest season of my life, she wrote. There are moments when the silence is so loud, I feel it pressing against my chest. But even in the quiet, I hear Todd's voice reminding me that we are more than our circumstances. Julie addressed the divorce rumors directly. I am still Mrs. Julie Chrisley. I wear that title with pride, not because of television, but because I made vows to a man I love deeply. Our relationship has taken a new form in this season, one of endurance, faith, and a deeper understanding of one another. She confessed that there have been days of doubt, nights she cried herself to sleep, wondering if the world would ever see them beyond their mistakes. But through it all, she insists that love hasn't faded. Prison doesn't steal love, it reveals it. And what's been revealed to me is that my heart still belongs to Todd. Family's unified front. Savannah Chrisley, who has stepped into a parental role for her younger siblings, shared that watching her parents endure their sentences has been a masterclass in resilience. She vehemently denied the divorce rumors. Let me be clear, Savannah said in a video message. My parents are not getting divorced. The media wants clicks and drama, but what I see are two people holding on to each other in the hardest chapter of their lives. That's real love, not what makes headlines. Even Chase Chrisley chimed in, calling the rumors garbage and low blows. People forget they're human. This is a marriage that's been through hell and still refuses to give up. Behind the bars, a new kind of love story. While separated by hundreds of miles in steel gates, Todd and Julie Chrisley are, ironically, more united than ever. They communicate through letters, prayer, and the rare phone calls that prisons allow. Their relationship has become less about grand romantic gestures and more about quiet endurance, about weathering a storm that few couples could survive.